Hello, hello. Are you ready to fly? To leave the green earth and go up to the sky? Put on your helmet and click on your belt. It's the coldest of space that we've ever felt. But wait! Before we can jump in our ship, we need a big countdown for this cosmic trip. Can you count with me? Let's do it real fast until we reach 0 and have a big blast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, zoom. We're flying away from your very own room. Look out the window. What do you see? A moon made of silver and stars us full of the glee. Is that a planet? Is that a bird? Is that the funniest sound that you've ever heard? Keep your eyes open and keep your heart wide as we take a big leap on this Milky Way ride. Deep in the middle of the Milky Way lane, where it doesn't ever snow and it doesn't ever rain, lived a small robot boy with a shiny chrome head. And his name was Pip-Bop, or so it was said. Pip-Bop had a job that was tasty and sweet. He baked cosmic cupcakes for aliens to eat. He lived in a bakery shaped like a bell, with a magical, wonderful, sugary smell. He had buttons that blinked and gears that would spin, and a very wide, metal and mechanical grin. He woke up each morning and polished his toes, then put on his apron and adjusted his nose. Do you have an apron? Do you like to bake? Do you like to eat cookies or a big chocolate cake? Pip-Bop loved to whisk and he loved to stir, making a sound like a soft robot purr. Whir click clack, whir click clack. He never looked forward and never looked back. His cupcakes were special. They weren't like ours. They were made of the dust from the brightest of stars. He used moon sugar crystals and comet tail cream to make them as light as a beautiful dream. But one day Pip-Bop let out a big sneeze. Achoo! Went the robot right into the breeze. It wasn't a small sneeze. It wasn't a peep. It was a sneeze that could wake up a giant from sleep. K-boom! Went the kitchen. Zap went the tray. And all of his cupcakes went flying away. They flew past the fridge, and they flew past the door. They didn't stay down on the bakery floor. They went through the chimney and into the night, disappearing like sparks from a firework light. Oh no, cried Pip-Bop, with a beep and a whir. His little round gears were all in a blur. If I don't find my cupcakes, the party is done. There won't be any snacks for the king of the sun. The king is a giant. The king is quite grand. He's the hungriest ruler in all of the land. If he doesn't get treats, he might start to yell, and that wouldn't make the stars feel very well. Do you think he can find them? They're scattered so far. One might be hiding on a very small star. Will you help Pip-Bop? Will you look all around? Look up at the ceiling and down at the ground. I see one, cried Pip-Bop. It's landing right there, on the rings of Saturn, in the cold, spacey air. He steered his rocket through a cloud of red dust, though his engines were old and covered in rust. Clank, clank, vroom, vroom. Can you make that sound? As we spin our big rocket ship round and around. Put your hands on the wheel. Turn it left, turn it right. We're moving as fast as a beam of white light. He landed on Saturn, where the rings are so wide. They're like a big racetrack or a giant gold slide. And there he saw someone, a fellow quite strange. It was a pink alien with nowhere to hide, with 3 yellow eyes and his mouth open wide. The alien had sticky, long fingers of green, and the biggest round belly that Pip's ever seen. Did you see a cupcake? Pip-Bop asked the guy. A cupcake that flew through the dark purple sky. The alien burped a big bubble of light. It was yummy, he said, and it gave me a fright. It tasted like ginger and sparkles and soap. It gave my big belly a reason to hope. I found it right here, on this ring made of ice, and I have to admit, it was awfully nice. But that was my last one. Pip-Bop started to cry. Now the king of the sun has no cupcake to try. The alien smiled. Don't be sad, little bot. I'll help you find more in a different spot. My name is Glip Glop, and I have a fast sled. We'll find those treats before you go to your bed. So, Glip Glop and Pip-Bop, a robot and beast, flew off to the west and flew off to the east. They soared past a comet that looked like a cat. They came to a world made entirely of jello, where the ground was all wobbly and purple and yellow. The trees were like pudding, the rocks were like fudge, and if you stepped on them, they'd give a soft nudge. Wiggle wobble, wiggle wobble. Can you move like that? Like a bowl of soft jelly that's bouncy and fat. They hopped on the surface BOing, 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 making a sound like a giant spring clowing. But oh, what a mess, what a slippery place. Pip-Bop was sliding all over his face. And there, in a puddle of lemon lime goo, was a cupcake with frosting of strawberry hue. "I've got it," said Pip-Bop. But just as he spoke, the jello beneath him went pop and it broke. He started to sink in the wobbly mud, losing his balance with a soft, squishy thud. "Help me," he beeped. "I am stuck in the lime. I'm running quite low on my baking day time." Glip Glop used his fingers, so sticky and long, and pulled Pip-Bop out with a push that was strong. "Thank you," said Pip. "You're a wonderful friend. I'm glad you are with me right to the end. But where are the others? We only have two. We need a whole bunch for the king and his crew." Glip Glop pointed up to a moon made of cheese. "I think I see 3 of them dancing with fleas." Space fleas are tiny and sparkly and bright. They love to play tag in the middle of night. So they flew to the moon, and they gathered up 3. They found them stuck high in a moon cheese tree, but they still needed more. They needed a 10. Let's count them together, again and again. How many do we have? Let's look at the tray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are here to stay. They found one on Mars, in a crater of red, where a little space doggy was going to bed. They found one on Neptune, under a rock, tucked inside of a giant green alien sock. Phew, smelly. They found one on Pluto, which is tiny and cold. It was covered in glitter and shimmer gold. And the very last one, the most special of all, was hiding inside of a glowing space ball. "We did it," cried Glip Glop. "The tray is all full. Now let's give our rocket a giant big pull." But wait, oh, disaster. A comet flew by, a giant ice snowball from out of the sky. It knocked all the cupcakes right out of the jar. Crash, bang, boom. They went falling again, far away from the robot and his alien friend. "Oh no," yelled Pip-Bop. "They're falling right in to the sun, where the fire and the flames all begin. The sun is so hot, the sun is so bright. It's a giant orange ball of burning hot light. They chased the cupcakes through the heat and the glow, where the solar winds whistle and the solar winds blow. And there was the king of the sun, who thought that his party was already done. He was waiting right there, on his fire brick throne, feeling quite grumpy and feeling alone. He had fire for skin and he had flames for his hair, and a very big frown that gave everyone a scare. "Where are my cupcakes?" The king gave a roar that shook all the planets from ceiling to floor. Boom, boom, went the stars. Shake, shake, went the moon. I wanted my snacks in the mid-afternoon. Pip-Bop was shaking. His bolts were all loose. He felt like a very small, frightened metal goose. But Glip Glop the alien stood up very tall. "Mr. King," said the alien, "please do not shout. The cups they fey on the floor when they chip reading. Give up. He's the best little baker in all of the sky, and he brought you these treats for you to go try." The king reached a hand that was glowing and bright and caught all the cupcakes with all of his might. He took a big bite of the one that was blue, and suddenly, flash, something happened. It's true. The king stopped his roaring. His flames turned to pink. He started to giggle and started to wink. "These cupcakes are magic," the king said with glee. "They've made me as happy can be." His frown turned around. It was now a big smile. "I was grumpy," he said, "'cause I was so hungry. But now that I've eaten, I want to be friends. Let's have a big party that never, ever ends." So they danced in the sky, round the moon and the stars, They played on the drums and they played on guitars. Can you play the drums? Boom, chicka-boom, boom. Pip-Bop was the hero, the baker of light, who made the whole universe happy and bright. As the party was ending, the king gave a gift to give Pip-Bop's rocket a permanent lift. He gave him a whisk made of pure solar gold that would never get dirty and never grow old. Keep baking, sighed the kingy with a warm, glowing pat, the best little baker who lives in the sky. Pip-Bop hugged his friend, glip-glopped the pink, and gave him a very fast robot-y wink. Now, the sun's going down in our part of the world, and the flags of the planets are all being furled. We're flying back home, through the clouds and the mist, with a memory of cupcakes and a solar gold whisk. The stars are all waving. Goodbye, see you soon. As we fly past the stars and we fly past the moon. Touchdown! We are back in your very own room, away from the rockets and the loud cosmic boom. Can you hop into bed? Can you tuck in your toes? Can you feel the soft blanket against your cold nose? Think of Pip-Bop and his shiny chrome head as you lay yourself down in your cozy warm bed. Think of the cupcakes with frosting of blue, and remember that magic is living in you. Close your eyes softly, and what do you see? A galaxy waiting for you and for me. For now, it is time for a rest and a dream of moon sugar crystals and comet tail cream. The stars are your nightlight, the sky is your sheet, the world is a cupcake that's yummy and sweet. Can you hear the stars humming? A soft little tune. They're singing to you. Sleep well, little one. Your journey today was a whole lot of fun. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Little astronaut, sleep in a blanket of stars that is cozy and deep. Pip-Bop is recharging his batteries now, with a smile on his face and a rest on his brow. Good night to the rocket. Good night to the stars. Good night to the Martians on red-colored Mars. Good night to the cupcakes that flew through the air. Good night to the magic that's found everywhere. But most of all, darling, before I must go, there's one very important thing you should know. You are the treasure. You are the prize. The brightest stardust in the whole of the skies. I love you to Saturn and back to the moon. I'll see you again in a story quite soon. So dream of the robot and dream of the king and all of the joy that a cupcake can bring. Beep boop, yawn. Good night, little star. Sleep tight. Wait before you drift off to the land of Nod. I have a very special question for you. Pip-Bop is going back to his bakery tomorrow to invent a brand new cupcake flavor. Should it be marshmallow cloud flavor or sparkly rainbow juice? Tell me your favorite in the comments below. I can't wait to see which one you choose. See you in the next adventure. Bye-bye.